Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be doing an original what if series that I haven't done in a while. That'll be what if Broly was Goku's brother, or what if he was Bardock's third son. Now if you really want to get caught up, we'll go to the playlist or just go back in my videos. It was about 5 months back and it didn't get that many views, but it did quite impressive for the time. So whether you want to get caught up or you don't care and just want to watch this video now, I'll get the video started. Alright, so we last left off with Vegeta and Nappa wanting to investigate what happened with Broly and Raditz. They wouldn't be shocked if Raditz is dead, but they would highly doubt that Broly is as well. They think that no, Broly can't be dead because he has the ability to go Super Saiyan, and that would trump most threats they would have except Frieza. Therefore, the only option is either something went horribly wrong or they went rogue. Of course they won't know until they get there, but they keep thinking about what could happen that would have caused the situation. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Broly and Raditz will be training to make sure they keep their strength up. It will be throughout this time that they be training with Piccolo, Goku, and sometimes even Gohan. Now speaking of Super Saiyan, Broly would still be the only one to manage it, Raditz wouldn't be anywhere near Super Saiyan, and Goku wouldn't be anywhere near close to unlocking it. Both would get massively powerful from training with all three of each other. However, it would be during the mentioned training with Gohan that Broly would discover his potential. They would only be allowed to train with him sometimes due to Chi-Chi, but most of the time they would try and keep it light on it. However, this time Broly would have went a little too hard on accident, and Gohan would have tanked the attack and would have actually gotten even a little angry and would have fought back. Of course, after discussing it with his brothers, Goku would be worried because he knew Chi-Chi would never let Gohan train with them full time because there would be no reason to let that happen. However, luckily for them, they would be called out to the lookout by Kami a few days later for some news. Apparently, some more Saiyans are arriving on the planet in the next 6 months and they will need to be prepared for a fight. This will allow them to bring Gohan and Piccolo into the training full time, along with training up the human fighters so they could eventually fight back. So for the next 6 months, all three Saiyans train on and off with different people, hoping to make everyone strong enough to fight the Saiyans. Raditz and Broly are specifically worried about this because they know exactly how strong Vegeta is. Even Nappa is way stronger than Raditz and Goku, so he would have obliterated them if they hadn't been training. It will be during this time that during intense training with Broly, Goku would unlock his form of false Super Saiyan, but it would only last a moment. Broly knew that he transformed in a moment of rage a long time ago, so he thinks that Goku needs some emotional trigger to make it happen. However, they both think that in the worst case scenario, something can trigger his Super Saiyan transformation and even the odds for the fight. Raditz does take up training the humans so they can be as strong as him or even stronger by the time the Saiyans arrive. Eventually, Broly, Raditz, and Goku would arrive at the lookout and be told that the Saiyans would be arriving immediately and that they would need to find them. This would be to limit the damage they would cause initially and to trigger them into a fight to make sure they are distracted. So Goku would lead them since he's been sensing Ki for far longer, and then he would find them eventually at a city destroying things. Vegeta and Nappa would make a couple of comments at them as they paused their rampage. Of course, these would be directed at Broly and Raditz, more specifically Raditz though, since he was the weaker of the two. However, they would assume that this other Saiyan that was with them would have been their brother Kakarot. And as they would scan him, they would realize that he's not a threat at all and that he will be easy to take out. However, before they can do anything, Broly would step in front of both of them and threaten to turn Super Saiyan while telling them to leave. Vegeta and Nappa wouldn't be all that worried about this, but they would still be concerned that maybe he can overpower both of them alone. And when they would refuse to leave, Broly would tell them that they need to take this fight elsewhere away from the innocent people. After thinking about it for a minute or so, they would actually agree since fighting the civilians wasn't actually that fun. And thus they would go off and find a place to begin their fight. Little did Vegeta and Nappa know that the three would have a plan, and that plan would involve them taking the first fight with them. And if all else failed and one of them failed, they would have plenty of backup to use. Alright, I'm gonna end the video here. I think this is a good point to end the first half of the Saiyan invasion, and we can do the rest of the fight in the part later. Now, if you do want to drop a like or subscribe, I will appreciate that, and I would thank you for watching the video. I have been meaning to come back around to this concept, so hopefully I can start doing it more often. Once again, thank you for watching, and with that being said, I am out.